Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Bolt Crew podcast. It's a special Friday edition. Again, Dave Palais, Josh Palais, Mario Heron talking Charger football as the Chargers get ready for Sunday's big game against the Saints. It's a big week in Los Angeles for sure, sports-wise. I mean, we spoke about it earlier, how the Lakers had opening night. Clippers opened their new building. The World Series is starting tonight as we do the show. And then between, major college football, everything else, the weekend's going to basically wind up with Game 2. Actually, we'll be done with Game 2 of the World Series. We're going to wind up with this game. It's the Chargers and Saints. You can look back at your sports week and go, how was my sports week? Well, it's the Chargers and the Saints, and the Chargers walked away with a guaranteed win, as I said to you the other day. As people are holding me to it, the Chargers better win this game. Otherwise, I'm walking my ass to Arizona to find a Cardinal. So here we go, man. It's game time. It's amazing how different we feel because we feel like we get another chance. Extremely upset after Monday night's loss to the Cardinals, but here we are looking to make things better. And at the same time, other franchises are making moves, as we touched on a couple days ago. Chargers don't seem like they're one of those franchises. I just want to start the show off with, so we don't get upset and start kicking invisible cans down the street. Do you guys expect them to make a move at all? Because I'm at the point, I just don't expect any moves. I just think they're going to look at draft picks, Josh, as they are gold. And by the way, your fake background out behind you is awesome. The basically those draft picks are gold, and they're not going to do anything to give them away.
Josh,
connection's not very good right now. I'm in 38 Florida. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Sorry, can you guys hear me? All right. Yeah, I'm in 38 Florida, and my connection's not very good. There's no towers around here. I didn't even hear what you said. I don't like guaranteed wins. I heard her put a curse on the team, 100%. But I feel good about this game. The reason I feel good about this game is because they're more banged up than we are, and the Chargers never play teams that are more banged up than they are. So for one time, Mario, we're the healthy team.
I know, right? And it came out even this past week that Alvin Kamara is playing with a broken hand, which is crazy because he's a guy that does it both for them on the ground and through the air, and he's a large part of their offense, especially right now with the amount of guys they have out. Good news for the Saints, bad news for us is Taysom Hill. Looks like he's going to play. He was off the injury report. He was in full practice yesterday. So that's going to hurt us because he's kind of a utility guy for him. And, he can actually play quarterback when Spencer Rattler throws for 4 picks or something. He's not playing very well. So maybe throw him in there and say, hey, let's see what happens. This is a must win here, Dave. If this is such a must win, these next couple of games, if they don't win these and they go into Bengals, Ravens, and they're struggling, I don't care what the Bengals look like at that point in time or we know what's even happening with them. It's going to be rough to get through those games.
All right, so Mario, I'm going to have you answer the question I threw at Josh since she didn't hear me. Are the Chargers going to make a move or not going to make a move? Are they going to hold on to those draft picks like they're the most important thing on the planet and it's all about the future? And this year is we have what we have, and whatever we end up with, we end up with.
I think that's it. I think they're going to hold on. I think they're looking at the market the market's already kind of evaporated a little bit on him. You look at Cooper Kupp, he's 31. The amount of times he's played is just not there. Even when he was back last night, Puka Nacua was a late ad. And it was, Rappaport comes out and says he's not even going to get that heavy of a workload that night. And what does he do? Has a 100-yard receiving game. Are you kidding me?
Did they do the first 5 passes to him? First 5 plays of the game were all to Nacua.
So we were on air and when we went to halftime, we're coming back and they're like, we all said, I bet it slows down because the Toradol is going to slow down and he's going to be sore. And then they go, hey, we can lean on other guys. First 2 plays at halftime, Puka Nacua gets a freaking football. And it's God, they're just going to keep peppering him. So I think look, if Calvin really becomes available, he comes available. But I think
no, he's available.
Yeah, he's available. But
pull the trigger.
Exactly. I'm starting to believe more and more that they're not going to pull the trigger and that they're just going to go, we're building something and we're not going to try to escalate it. We need all of our capital, which is fine. Just realize that when doing so, you're not going to win a lot, Josh.
Catch that, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, the thing with the Chargers is how far do you have to struggle before you make a move? People are saying, will Deontay Johnson actually help us? Deontay Johnson's fine. And I think he will help us. But my question would be to Joe Ortiz, how bad does the offense have to be before you stop, sitting on your hands, you actually do something?
No, I'm with that as well. I mean, here's the deal. Can this team make the playoffs? Yeah, you're in better shape than a lot of teams that think they're going to make the playoffs. I mean, the Rams are winning yesterday. Perfect example, right? The Rams were a team all of a sudden you're looking here and Cooper Kupp's gone, Stafford's gone. They're looking at trade guys, and that still might be the case. But if you look at the Rams schedule and you look at what they believe they are now with two healthy wide receivers, by the way, the Rams team that looked completely different when you added Kupp and you added Nakua back. I mean, all of a sudden they looked like a dangerous team and beat one of the best teams in football when they had those guys. The Rams believe they're in it to compete. The Chargers at a 500 team and will be above 500 after Sunday. It's one of those we go, this team can compete for basically a playoff spot. And as we say all the time, I don't say it, but AJ Smith's the one that used to say it all the time. Once you get in the playoffs, anything can happen. So right now, looking at the playoff picture, and you guys tell me when I tell you which teams in the AFC are in the playoffs, if you think the Chargers overall are a better team. Okay, I'll just go through seeding wise. Number one is obviously the Chiefs. Okay, number two is the Texans. Number three is the Ravens. Number four is the Bills. Number five is the Steelers. Number six is the Colts. I'd say they're better than the Colts, in my opinion. The Chargers are, and the Broncos are the last team. And I'd say they're better than both those teams. So to sit there and say we're just going to play it out is very frustrating when we're looking at it's October 25th and going the Chargers in their minds are we're just going to sit on our hands and just play the season out, whatever falls.
Yeah, I think with the Chargers, you got to look at other teams within the AFC and say, are we better than them? Like you just said, I agree. I think the Chargers are better than the Colts and the Broncos. What about the Miami Dolphins? They're getting Tua back. If Tua is healthy, I think the Dolphins are a team to watch out for. I think the Broncos aren't very good, but they're a team to watch out for if they're going to have that defense that they have. I just don't understand the thinking, Mario, of let's just keep struggling until it gets so bad we have to make a move. That's how I felt the Chargers were with Brandon Staley. Let's just keep struggling until we get blown out by 40 points to the Raiders. To me, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I feel like they've learned a lot too, like these past couple weeks. Like everything points to you need more help on the offensive side of the football, and if you don't do anything to help fix that, then see you later. Any hope of competing for anything special this year? Like right now, if they stay on this track, I think you're just praying for a wild card game. If that's all you want, like that's fine. Like that's what we said earlier this year. Like the end all be all goal should just be wild card. Because this team's not built to win anything more than that. It's just not. And then you look at Khalil Mack and go, sorry, we just wasted another great year that you had post 30. So sorry for that. That's a tough one. But I do think this is a perfect game for the Chargers to kind of just get everything right and get everything in focus. Like the secondary, yeah, they have lots of injuries. Here's the good news. You have Spencer Rattler that's throwing the football. It's pretty nice. And it's just as you contain that, you're good.
All right. Sorry, Josh, we're about to say something, but it's funny. All of a sudden, I'm a little pissed off, man. It's Friday. I'm looking forward to the game, but all of a sudden, I'm seriously angry. When you talk about a wild card, well, what the hell did we expect? We're in the division with the Chiefs. The Chiefs aren't changing divisions. Like we knew we were going to be a wild card team no matter what, at best. But to sit there and sit on your hands, and this is where my complaint is on this one, is not only do you waste Khalil Mack's career, who cares? Sorry, I love Khalil Mack, but honestly, who gives a rat's ass? But Justin Herbert, you're wasting his career. Like he's an original Charger. You drafted him. He's the face of your franchise. Khalil Mack, when people look back at Khalil Mack's career, they're going to think of him with the Raiders and the Bears and forget he was even on the Chargers. He's going to be one of those guys. We're going to remember because he was on the Chargers when we followed the team. But what bothers me is how many times have we said this since Jim Harbaugh was hired and even before he was hired? You bring somebody in that changes the culture. It's not okay to sit on your hands at any point with Jim Harbaugh as your head coach. I don't care that he has a 5-year contract. Your culture is it's okay to basically punt. And that's what they're doing. They're punting. You know what I'm saying? They got to do something. Now, I'm looking at the chat and people are kind of saying, wait a second, I'm a fan. I'm all in. I need a vertical threat here. I need somebody that can catch the goddamn ball. And so it's not okay to sit there and say, we know there are players available, let's say like a Calvin Ridley or whoever else you want to bring up, and go, we're going to do something to basically get better today, because that needs to be the message in the organization at all times. Your job is never secure, that we are looking to replace you at all times. And guess what, DJ Chark, whoever else you want to mention, you aren't doing it. You aren't even putting the uniform on. We got to go find somebody to replace you. And there has to be some kind of fear about your job. That the whole tenure thing is ridiculous. And Jim Harbaugh, if he's really here to change the culture and has Dean Spanos is here, you're going to trade some damn picks. Joe Ortiz, you better get on the same plane as we are.
This is where my frustration lies. I'm actually boiling right now because we're talking about this. The Chiefs are undefeated. Sorry, I got Sons of Anarchy over here riding by me. The Chiefs are undefeated, and they bring in DeAndre Hopkins, right? They're already in a good position. They say, hey, this is not good enough. The Chargers bring in Jim Harbaugh, and we're saying that, mediocrity is over. We're going to start winning more games, but the offense struggles. So you bring in guys to begin the season like DJ Chark, and you already have guys like Darius Davis on the roster, Mario, who are just guys, man. From the time I've been a Charger fan, they've always had these guys on the roster that just take up space. Like, when are we going to bring guys in that are difference makers? And I'm not saying, it has to be today, but it kind of has to be today. Like, bring in somebody, man. I'm tired of this mediocrity with the Chargers where it's just okay to be okay. It doesn't make any sense to me. How can you look at a team like the Kansas City Chiefs, who are the best team in the NFL, and they say it's not okay? Rashee Rice gets hurt. We're going to bring in DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious that they're not going to do anything. So this is what it is. And come on, it's just hit me in the nuts and let's get to Sunday. So with right now, Lad did not practice yesterday. So that's not looking great. Quinn Johnson didn't practice at all either. Darius Davis did not practice at all. Will Disley also did not practice. Dave, is this officially the Joshua Palmer coming out party? Is this when we go, this is the guy that we said 2 years ago it's going to be his breakout year, and then ever since then it's like every fifth game?
Joshua Palmer's never coming out. I'm sorry, he's not. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. He's
funny how you put that out. By the way.
You said it. You said it.
Nope, I didn't set you up like that.
Coming out party
there. Nope.
Yeah, he's never coming out. Okay, I'm just telling you right now. He's staying where he is. If you're looking for some dramatic announcement and him to sit there and say, "Look, here's the deal. I'm Josh Palmer and I'm ready to go." And guess what? You guys have slept on me for years. The best showing we ever saw from Josh Palmer and ever will was that one game in Atlanta. That was it. Hey guys, I could do it if I wanted to, but I'm just not that guy. I hate when guys act like they're number ones. And look, dude, you're lucky to be a number two. I mean, it is what it is. You can say whatever you want about Brandon Staley. He knew what he had in Josh Palmer. I mean, there's a reason why Mike Williams and Keenan Allen started in front of him, because they were better than he was. He just is not a top quality wide receiver. But on this team, we're looking for anything. And I'm to the point you guys can sign anybody or trade for anybody. It's better than what they have. The fact Will Disley's out. You know why Will Disley's out? He hasn't caught his breath. He's shocked that he had 8 receptions the other day. It's like, no one's ever thrown me the ball 8 times in my life. Like, I am beat. I'm trying to catch my breath. And then Lad, dude, I hope Lad's not one of those guys that's broken down all the time because he's not built for the NFL. But holy cow, man, when you saw him against Denver and you're realizing that he's having trouble taking a hit or knows how to take a hit, and now that we aren't even halfway through the season and he's unable to practice, unable to go, it makes you shake your head and going, what happened? I mean, this guy went to a major school in Georgia, played in the SEC, and yet the NFL seems like it's too much for him, and we're halfway done. We have a whole roster full of guys like that already. That's very disappointing. Like, we have a roster full of guys like that. The fact you just said at the very beginning, Mario, Alvin Kamara has a broken hand. Dude, he definitely couldn't be on the Chargers because that means he's definitely out 6 weeks of wearing shorts and flip-flops, right? I mean, if it's overcast in LA, you aren't going to play. That's Herbert's the way this franchise lets things go. It's insane. What?
Herbert's playing through a lot, though.
Fine.
A lot.
Got it. Again, he's the only one. But at the same time, he still doesn't seem to throw a fit of saying, I need some support around here. I don't know what to say. By the way, I don't even know if you like the show right now or not, but I'm asking to like the show and subscribe to the show because I forgot at the beginning. Now I'm just pissed off. And I hate Taysom Hill. Did I tell you that? You mentioned his name. I wish you didn't. He's right in my top 10. Hill? I don't know, because he graduated college at 39, and now he's 49 in the NFL, and everyone's like, oh, Taysom Hill. Dude, I can't stand Taysom Hill. I'm sorry, dude. If you graduated playing college football at age like 26, 27, and then you jump into the league and was going to look at this young guy, figure it out, give me a break, okay? And don't hit me with the whole BYU, Mormon, bitches up. This has nothing to do with the religion. Yeah, I'll tell you, I don't like BYU. I'm a San Diego State guy. I graduated from there. That's our rival. But at the same time, don't give me this, oh, he's young. Dude, look how old you are. There are guys who retire at 27 in the NFL. Calm down. Top 10 list. Him with Sean Watson. I hit you with another one. I hate Taysom Hill. And I hate when people draft him in my fantasy league, too. That's it.
Like Deshaun Watson. So you're on 2 sides of the fence, right? You're either on one side as a Charger fan, as trade a 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th round pick for a receiver like Calvin Ridley or Deontay Johnson, somebody of that nature, or you're on the side of let's struggle for the rest of the year and draft somebody high. I'm on the side of let's fix it now, Mario. I don't understand how you can guarantee you're going to draft somebody and he's going to be a difference maker today. We did that with Quentin Johnston. He's a number 3 or number 4 on every team in the NFL. And Josh Palmer, to me, is also number 3. You can't rely on Josh Palmer to be a number 1 when he's not. It's Gerald Everett situation where you're trying to make him tight end 1, where he's really a tight end 2 on every team in the NFL. When we drafted Ladd McConkey, I have a bunch of Georgia fans. They said, you're going to love Ladd McConkey, but don't expect him to be a high volume guy throughout the season. He will get hurt. His body can't take it. And that's what we've seen so far. We love Ladd McConkey, but you can't rely on Mario for 15 targets a game. He's just not that guy.
And especially not at this point in his career. I think, like you said, I think you're asking a lot of a guy, let's be honest, that was a second-round pick. Like, I know that receiver class was very, very deep, and like maybe in a different class he'd be higher. But at the same time, you're asking him to, like similar to what, again, like you just mentioned with Everett, you're asking him to do all these things that's going to take him, a year to 2 to even be like some of the best at, right? Like he's not like a Puka Nacua of last year where you can expect him to come in and take up all this volume and league neighbors at this level. Like that's just not who he is, but that's what we're asking him to do. And I don't think it helps right now, guys, is like all this past offseason was the run game. The run game is going to be this, it's going to be that. Could you imagine Justin Herbert with the run game? Guys, the past like couple weeks, the run game has not been what we thought it would be, right? Like if you look at right now, we're 18th in rush yards per game. We're 26th in yards per carry. We're 25th in offensive rushing EPA. Like this is not like a great run first football team at the current moment. And we saw last game, we had to lean on Herbert, throw it to these guys. And yeah, did he throw for 300 yards? Yes, he put a great game, but we also didn't get in the end zone. So the promise of what this team was supposed to be versus where we're at right now, it's not great.
Look, the reason the running game stinks is because the Steelers showed everybody how to stop it, right? I mean, that's basically it. We called it out when it happened. We said, I hope you enjoyed the running game the first 2 weeks of the year. But at the same time, the Steelers showed everyone how to basically stop it. We knew this was going to happen. The only way to get the running game back is to create a passing game. And the Chargers have done nothing to change that around. Isaiah, by the way, writes in the chat, name 5 birds and I'll leave a like. Dude, I got you, Isaiah. Piece of cake, dude. All right? You guys aren't as dumb. I'm not as dumb as you guys think I am. We're going to go Blue Jay. Okay. We're going to go Parrot. Okay. We're going to go Cardinal. Does that count?
Yeah.
Yes. We're going to go Toucan Sam from Fruit Loops, and Big Bird from Sesame Street. Boom. 5. Put that like down, Isaiah. Follow through.
Also, my last name.
Say that again.
Heron. Like my last name,
bird?
Heron.
No idea.
Yeah, Heron's a bird.
Told me. And stop asking me about birds. It's the last one. Kyoki says, what does a cardinal do to find a mate? I don't know. Tell his friends that he knows Ozzie Smith. I have no idea what a cardinal does to find a mate. I'm not into birds. I do a football show. I don't know if I'm good at that.
Dude, the bird talk is out of control. Like we can't keep up with the bird talk. Now, the recipe to beat the Chargers is you stop the run and you force guys like Will Disley and Josh Palmer to beat you. Guess what? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Will Disley and Josh Palmer aren't going to turn into, Keenan Allen and Antonio Gates. It's just not going to happen. So I know we keep talking about the receiver, but I mean, it's called complementary football for a reason. If you don't have a pass game to go with the run game, it's the easiest.
I broke out.
Yeah, no, I think I caught that of it. Yeah, it's going to be, well, especially hard when you can, do we have Josh? I think we got him.
I don't know. He's upset.
He kind of
irritated.
Josh, he kind of looked like Scarface's son, like in the 21st century.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
I can hear you.
You're back.
Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
I was working on that. I don't know. That was the first thing that came into my head. I'll circle back to that. Give me a second. But no, yeah, look, the run game has sucked. The passing game has, let's be honest, it has improved. And we face the Saints defense that's like not really the best right now. Like they're last in total yards allowed, 26 in points allowed. Like we said earlier, the team is just murdered with injuries. Dennis Allen's coaching for his job. I think that's pretty evident. And if you want to get both sides of the offense kind of going right now, I think you can. 29th in rushing yards allowed, 3rd worst in defensive rushing EPA. Like they could get it going. They're not that great against the pass either. Like there's ways, Dave, that we can kind of get back on track against this team and kind of expose them a little bit. And then maybe, when 4 o'clock on Sunday comes around, we can convince ourselves that, hey, this is a really good football team.
I fully expect them to have a good showing. As much as I'm upset about what the Chargers are doing, this is a win for me. I have it in the win column. I know people get freaked out. You jinxing them by saying that. This is a win on the schedule. I mean, I feel more comfortable at this game than I did about going into the Arizona game for sure. The fact that you say Allen's coaching for his job, dude, how many of us are shocked he still has a job? I mean, we didn't think he was going to have the job to start the season. Well, he started the season on fire. I mean, there wasn't a more impressive team in the NFL the first few weeks of the season than the Saints. Remember that was this year. Sounds crazy.
Oh my, yeah.
Say, but that was this season. It seems like it was years ago, but no, that was like last month.
The revolutionized offense.
Right? So funny. And then so then you look at them now and it's a complete train wreck. But I'm not looking at just this game. I'm looking at where do we go from here, because this should be a check towards the future. This is one of those layup games. It should be a layup game.
It should be, but it never is with the Chargers. Can you hear me now?
Never. Yeah, it never is.
Of course, beautiful.
Yeah. All right. How much does it scare you that a guy like Chris Olave is back? Like, Chris Olave to me is one of the more underrated receivers in the NFL. He's going to be back this week. Does that scare you at all, Mario, considering we don't have our corners, our usual corners?
No, because it's still Jesse Minter that's scheming against a rookie QB, and I feel pretty confident about that, right? And I didn't see anything in those 2 games that Rattler started that really, scared me, I would say. I think every game he comes out because of, like, if you just seen this guy through college, see him through high school, not stupid high school doc that they did where they fall around 7. By the way, can I talk about that's the dumbest and worst idea ever. Never put a camera 24/7 on a 17-year-old kid his senior year of high school.
No kidding.
That's a terrible idea. If you did that, so just let's be honest, to anyone on screen, see your reputation. I mean, kiss that boy goodbye. Anyways, he starts every game off very confident and very cocky, and then as the game goes on, you can see in his body language, you see in how he plays, it slowly deteriorates, right? And he's like any rookie QB. You put a little pressure on him, he's going to freak out in that pocket, and he's going to try to get out, and then he's not going to be able to make a reads. He's not going to be able to find the person that's open. And we still have Mac that can get in his face pretty quickly. Bosa has been limited all week. We'll see if he plays. Even if he doesn't, like, we've seen our front be pretty freaking active throughout this whole season. So it doesn't worry me that Olave's back because we have Rattler that's against a very defensive coordinator, and I don't see him lining up our defense at all. I see him turning the ball over, Dave, and I see him, giving us chances to win the game. We just got to take advantage of them and not do what we did last week and just give the ball right back.
Yeah, it's funny when you look at Olave's situation, he has to be thinking exactly what Justin Herbert's thinking. You guys got to fix this. Like, this is the best I have. Like, I'm one of the best receivers in the league, and Olave is one of the best. He's a top 10 receiver to me in the NFL. You put him with a quality quarterback, I mean, one of the elites, Olave would show, how great he is. I'd almost put him, Josh, you call me crazy, I put him a step below of where Jamar Chase is. Like, I think he's that good of a receiver in this league with a quality quarterback, but he has nothing. And it's funny, you have Herbert just across the field who's a quality quarterback, but he has no one to throw the ball to. But they both have, valid reasons to complain. I don't know. I'm not a Rattler fan, not a fan of brothers, the family, any of them. I think it's a horrible name to have.
Brothers?
It's like, and so it's. I'm not a fan of the whole.
They're
whole
brothers. What?
Yeah, what?
What brothers?
What
Brothers are you talking about?
The Rattler brothers. Not a fan. And at the same time, I'll tell you this: it's a horrible name. It's like having Joe Panic. It's a bad name. I don't want a guy that has a name basically rattled in the pocket. But tough luck, Saints. Here's the deal, man. I'm not a fan of what they're doing. You have one weapon, and how do you get him the ball? That's Olave. That's why I look at it. If Kamara's hurt, the busted hand, how much are you able to sit there and take advantage of what you have left if you're the Saints? If I'm a Saints fan, I'm going, we're in a crappy division. Guess what? Your division's not as bad as you thought it was going to be. All of a sudden, you were worried about the Falcons. Now you're worried about the Buccaneers too. If I'm a Saints fan, I'm going, we have a deadbeat coach, and we have to go ahead and figure out what we're doing there. And we have a quarterback that's not healthy. And when he was healthy for the majority of the time, he's inconsistent. So if I'm the Saints, I'm going to Los Angeles this weekend. I'm probably going to get our asses kicked, and that's what we expect to see happen too.
the Saints have decent cornerbacks and they're getting healthier, but they give up a ton of points. The issue with the Chargers is we don't score a ton of points. So
That's true.
It's going to be a very low scoring game. Obviously, the Saints are missing a lot of players on offense. You said Kamara had a broken hand/wrist. Rashid Shaheed is out for the year. And then Chris Olave, this is his first game back. I'd rather be in the Chargers situation where you have a great quarterback and, the weapons aren't great, rather than the Saints with Spencer Rattler and Chris Olave and Kamara. If you look back at the situation with Spencer Rattler and Chris Olave, they started out completely different, Mario. Spencer Rattler had that TV show, right, where everybody hated his guts. He treated people like dirt. Then he gets his job taken by Caleb Williams, right? And then you had Chris Olave, who was lucky to go to Ohio State, the worst recruit in their whole class, ends up being the all-time leading receiver in Ohio State history. So you got to root for a guy like that, especially a San Diego kid. But I don't think he has any help out there, Mario. I think Kamara, he's downplaying his injury. That broken hand, that's a huge deal. You take one helmet to the hand, how can you keep going? Joey Bosa's like, you're nuts. Why are you playing?
Yeah, don't do it. It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed money. What are you doing?
I think also with Alvin Kamara too, like if you watch him so many times, it's happened a lot last year. I don't want to say give up because that doesn't seem like the right word, but like when things kind of go south, I'll just say this. He's the king of like bad body language and king of we suck. Like you can just kind of, you know what I mean? Like when every time there's a bad patch, something, I'm telling you, watch this Sunday. He literally like looks around his team. He's like, "This is the biggest bunch of idiots I've ever seen in my life." Like they had that bad clip last year of Jameis Winston trying to like pump him up. He was just looking at him like, "Dude, get the hell out of my face." But no, I love Chris Olave. I think he's a hell of a player, and we'll see what happens there. But like you said, this team, the Saints are also. I don't understand the Saints. They like when this Drew. I don't understand teams when eras end the era. Don't try to like piece it slowly back together. The Drew Brees era ended. Sean Payton left, and they were like, "Let's keep the nucleus together." Let's Dennis Allen take over. Extend Alvin Kamara. Like, no, go the full rebuild. It's end it, because you're gonna be stuck in purgatory if you don't.
It's a tough call, I think, for organization.
It is because you lose money.
Well, also that you have to clear it with the owner too, right? You have to sit there and if you're the front office and go, "This is what we think we should do," and then you're like, at what point does the owner say, "Hey, man, you know what? If that's your attitude, because I thought we were going to compete, we'll go that route, but I'm going to fire every one of you so we can start over with somebody that doesn't know how to rebuild." I mean, in reality, the front office doesn't only just want to win, but at the same time, they want to keep their jobs. Everything's about job security in this league, because once you're out of a job, can you get another one? I don't know. I mean, especially when you look at these owners, I mean, you look at a lot of them, they're old, right? These guys are old men, and a lot of them, not only are they old men, but they're competitive. They want to win right now. It's tough to tell the fan base. It's tough to tell anybody that, hey, it's going to take us maybe 6-7 years to get back to where we want to be. We have all the pieces. Look at the Browns. The Browns thought they had it all put together. You had the defense. You had maybe the best defensive player in Myles Garrett. You go get Deshaun Watson, guaranteed money, which was the worst contract in the history of the NFL. And they're in a situation is like, hey, I think we have to rebuild right now. We have to rebuild. How do you explain that to, I mean, Cleveland's used to stepping in it, but how do you explain that to the owner of going, hey, we thought we had it right. We didn't. We're going to start all over.
Yeah, that's tough, man. Do you guys want to get into these star chats? Or you want to pick some games?
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's get into some star chats. If any more coming, we'll do them after we pick games.
All right.
Also, to your point on the one quick thing I want to follow up, the point about the rebuild, I think it's even tougher when you go in the hiring process for like a coach and telling them, hey, your roster is going to suck. You know what I mean? Like, it's a hard sell to just a cherry on top of that.
It is. It is. All right. Go ahead, Josh.
No, you want to put the chats at Mario? You want to do the one where Demetrius insults me first?
Oh, this is funny.
All right.
I thought this is good.
Yeah, I agree. Demetrius Jones says, Josh looks like the frat guy that's not actually mean, just one of the cool guys. I hate the way I look right now. I'm with you. I look like a total, you know what? I don't like it.
I think it looks good. I think you look good.
Are you wearing flip-flops or you got like real shoes and socks on?
I got running shoes on.
Okay. All right. Just curious.
What?
Do you have a beer in a like a koozie?
That's true. Do you have a beer?
Wow.
All right. He doesn't look like he's on spring break or anything. You're fine.
I just biked 20 miles. No, not trying to brag, but whatever. All right.
Good
next
for
one.
You.
Awesome.
Did you really?
Thanks,
why?
Man. Appreciate that.
Gonna find an Uber?
Yeah. Why?
I don't
Who
know.
does that?
It's dumb. Next
Competing?
one from Austin Holmes. Yeah.
Hey, hold on, real
$5
quick.
says-
Hold on,
Yeah.
before you read Austin's. People keep walking by you. I try to play it off that you had a fake background, but it's obviously you're live. When people walk by you, because they never seem to stare at you when we're singing, like that lady right there who walked by twice, just trying to get on camera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Annoying me.
in for the moment.
That guy right there, that girl
And
right
that
there,
lady
trying to get
was
some
that
airtime.
was nuts. That was
Same.
nuts. That was really close.
Yeah. That was
Blink
really
twice
close.
if you're in date. Do they see that you have a microphone in front of you?
Don't care.
Oh
They
my
don't
God,
care.
that lady.
She
Yeah.
wanted the chair. She can't hear, could she? Because when Mario just said
No,
that, she
no,
gave a
no.
look back,
No,
Josh.
I got the AirPods.
Okay,
Yeah.
watch her
Yeah.
swing that chair right in the back of Josh's head.
She's gonna
Actually-
WWE me right now.
Yeah.
If she could do that, that would be my favorite thing that ever happened on here.
If she took me out with that
Actually,
chair.
New bit. Should we do? Actually, no, we can't. But that would take too long. But if we did every pick for the games and we had to pull someone that's walking by, you go, "Hey, Saints or Chargers?" and just gave them the spread. That could be kind of funny.
Dude, I'm surrounded by rich 80-year-old women. None of them know what I'm talking about.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not my vibe. All right, here we go. Austin Holmes, $5. Do you think front office and coaches see Chark as wide receiver 1? Holy crap. Or do they see that addition of Chark will provide a wide receiver 1 in either Ladd, Quinton, or Josh Palmer? What do you think, Mario?
I think there's no way in hell they see Chark as wide receiver number 1. I don't know. I think they'll try to like sell the fan base that to get them excited to like, tune into the game or, a quick social media thing. I think it's just another addition to a not strong group to the team. And it's just one more guy that you can, push a threat downfield. It can take a little bit of pressure off the other guys. I think that's more that the option, Dave. If they see him as receiver 1, then they're smoking something strong.
Dude, no offense. DJ Chark could walk into the house right now. I wouldn't even know who it was. Like, I haven't seen him yet. Like, what are we doing? Stop mentioning his name on the show. Not to me, at least. Josh and Mario answer every question with DJ Chark from now on. I have nothing to say about him. He's a rumor. He's a ghost. He's a Loch Ness monster, as someone wrote. Like, he doesn't exist. Stop talking about Rice and stop talking about Chark and stop talking to me about birds. Those 3 things. All right, I'm out on all 3.
I don't want to talk about DJ Chark either. Wide receiver 1. Thank you. See, I dropped my AirPods. We have a nice citizen out here. I appreciate that. DJ Chark is definitely not the number 1. DJ Chark's not the number 4. He's not the number 5. I'll put him below Darius Davis because Darius Davis at least tries to play Mario. Like I'm done with the DJ Chark conversation. Like it's over, man. No more DJ Chark until he does anything. You want to go to the next one?
Mario,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a quick story. All right. Take 30 seconds. All right. Someone goes, I have a story, but I got a quick story for you. A friend of mine went to college. He went to USC. His dad's paying $60,000 a year for him to go to school. Okay. His report card comes in the mail in January before they return after Christmas break. And he gets a V on his report card. Okay. His dad's super upset, asks his son, why do you have a V on your report card? And he goes, I don't know. So his dad contacts the school and the professor and says, what is a V? Why did my son get a V? He goes, sir, I saw your son twice the entire semester. The V's for visitor. That is DJ Chark. He's on a 1. He's on a 2. He's on a 3. He's a V. That's what he is. He's a visitor because we've never seen him.
Yeah, no, I'm over DJ Chark. All right, next one, Mario. All right, Brian Plant, $20. Thank you, my man. It says, if we did actually make a move, who do you want? I'd take Njoku. Probably ain't happening, though. What do you think, Dave?
I'd take Njoku first. I'd take Calvin Ridley. I don't think it costs you a lot to get either one of them, and maybe both. And I think we do need 2. We need 2 moves.
2 moves for me means that they think we can go and win a title this year. Not win a title, you know what I mean? Like that's like a move. I'm like, oh, we're going really aggressive. That means like I'm guessing Dean came down and goes, I'm tired of this, crap football. That's what would scream out to me. Is there's more pressure up top than like something's got to happen. God, I think Njoku probably. Actually, no. I honestly think Calvin Ridley would be my number 1 pick, Josh, and I could talk to him about.
You could get him for a 7th round pick. Don't you guys think you could get him for a 7th round pick?
I think it's the money that's the issue, right? Because he just signed that big contract.
Yeah.
With Calvin Ridley, right? Yeah, that's more of the issue. I would say. I mean, if money wasn't,
the Titans aren't looking to spend money anyway right now. What you do is you work out the deal where
Yeah.
you say you pay the rest of the deal, and we'll pick it up after this year. The Chargers will have money.
It's
What are you willing to give up for Calvin?
7th round pick.
No,
they're going to try and say that's not good enough. Yeah.
BS. What are you going to do?
They said if we're going to eat the money,
you have a car without a
something
steering
better
wheel.
than that.
It's
okay.
He just signed a 4-year, $92 million contract with $50 million guaranteed.
What are the Titans doing? They think they're running the NBA team? I mean, that's a Memphis Grizzlies contract. What are the Titans thinking?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
They're not.
Number 1 choice is Calvin Ridley. Number 2 choice, and close, might be my number 1, is David Njoku. David Njoku is really good. And David Njoku just needs a quarterback. And Calvin Ridley just needs a quarterback. He's known as one of the best route runners in the NFL. He's going to get open. He just needs a quarterback to give him the ball, and Justin Herbert's that person.
All right, next one.
One comes from Mike G. Sorry, what were you going to say, Mario?
No, it's about this comment, so go ahead.
Okay. Mike G, $10. Thank you, Mike. The elephant in the room, one of my favorite expressions, the elephant in the room is Herbert's contract. Every other quarterback is living up to his, not true, except him and Daniel Jones. What about Deshaun Watson? He continues to regress, and now we can't sign help. See, I disagree. I think Justin Herbert is fine, dude. There's nobody around him. There's nothing that Justin Herbert can do right now if he has nobody to throw the ball to. I agree that Justin Herbert's win-loss record is not good. We all can agree on that. But I wouldn't say that he's been a disappointment. I would say Deshaun Watson's been a disappointment. Daniel Jones is a disappointment. But I'm not ready to say Justin Herbert's a disappointment.
I'm like not even close to saying that. And I'm sorry, if you think that Daniel Jones and Herbert are the only ones not living up to their money as a quarterback in the NFL, I got news for you, man. Like Trevor Lawrence is living up to his contract. He's tied for second highest contract in the NFL. What you think, is Dak really living up to his contract? Is Tua living up to his contract? You know, Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray, are these guys living up to their contract, man? Like, not even freaking close. They're not living up to it. So I don't think Herbert, is the quarterback that stands out that like, oh, he's the guy that's not living up to it. There's a long list of guys that are living up to that money. And I'd rather be stuck with Herbert than stuck with Trevor Lawrence and stuck with Tua. Like, I'd rather be in that boat than the other boats, because I think those boats are going to sink in about 2 years.
All right, 2 things. One is, if you didn't follow the Chargers, like as a fan, or you were a coach, that coached and prepared against Justin Herbert, you wouldn't sit there and say Justin Herbert's is good. Like, you would sit there and say this guy stinks. Look at his win-loss record. You would say this guy's a disappointment, but it's from the outside of people that I don't think are knowledgeable football fans. I hate to say it, if you're a fantasy football player, you probably think he stinks, right? His stats aren't great fantasy football numbers, but we all see there's talent there. People in the NFL that make actually serious decisions and get paid for it, they see there's a talented quarterback there. Some of the other guys, Daniel Jones, nobody's in love with Daniel Jones. Like, no one will trade for Daniel Jones. You put Justin Herbert on the block, man, you're getting something major in return. That's why we know he's good. It's just the numbers don't show he's good. Tua's win-loss percentage is very impressive. Problem is, you just don't know when Tua's going to get knocked out again. I mean, unfortunately, the guy can't stay conscious. He doesn't know his name half the year. But who would you rather have? You rather have Justin Herbert. Stop shaking your head. And I'll end it with this. It's Friday. I don't know, man, a little bit loopy. I hate the expression, the elephant in the room. I got news for you. If I'm in a room with an elephant, everybody's talking about it. When they said that nobody addresses the elephant in the room, 100%, we're talking about that elephant that is in the room. You're in the room with an elephant that could kill you in one quick swipe. That's ridiculous. I hate that saying.
Nah, I'd kill the elephant.
No way.
Yeah.
You see how big an elephant is?
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No
Uncanny
way.
Suit 97 says, I'd rather have Hawk Tua than Tua. That's your personal decision.
Yeah,
Work Slave says, no man is worth $250 million unless they are creating something that helps society. Winning helps society. As a Chargers fan, Justin Herbert's wins make me feel better, and I'm part of society. And actually, that's the cost of doing business if you want a big-time quarterback. So you got to do it, or you don't have any quarterback. All right, you want to pick some games?
Let's do it. Also,
Every
work.
man would rather have a Hawk Tua than Tua, unless you're a Dolphins fan, right?
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely right.
True.
In that state.
It's a good point. Yeah,
it's a good point.
That's a good point.
Work. Let's change the YouTube name, man. Every time I see your name, I feel bad.
Where?
Get funny.
What am I missing?
The guy's name's Work Slave. Mario doesn't like it.
Oh yeah. I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
let's make it
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you're trying to say, that you work all the time, but no. You got to change that. It's like I wasn't even a fan of the name Soup Plantation. You know what I mean? Made me uncomfortable that too. So yeah, let's change that. Let's move on.
All right, all right, let's move on.
All right,
What?
I don't even know. Are
It's an
you
all-you-can-eat
okay?
salad place. Yeah,
Oh, really? In
yeah,
California?
yeah. It went out when COVID happened.
Well,
They
They
brought
moved
it
yeah,
it
it
back.
back to
did.
the buffets. What?
They brought it back.
Oh, the same name?
Yeah, they got to rebrand. That's a
Good Lord, they got to
horrible name.
rebrand.
Yeah, they get. Do you guys hear
Yeah.
about the Bath Body Works? Maybe it was. They did like a candle, and the logo was just not a good look.
No, I haven't
Did you
seen
see
it.
that? It's a funny one. Look it up. But it's literally like it. Literally looks like the Ku Klux Klan, and they were like,
Oh no.
yeah, like it looks like
Hell, dude, what are we
it
doing?
looks no, but it looks so much like it. Like I was like, who was in the meeting and saw that and goes, yeah, we're good. Like there had to be like 10 people that said yes to that before that went live.
That sucks,
Okay.
man.
Yeah,
Body
Sucks.
Works,
it
come on,
does.
be better.
Be better. And then send us
All right.
free advertising because we just did a free ad for you, kind of.
Did you say the AK comment on the side here, Josh?
It says one question, Josh. Do you love your dad? Laugh out loud. Yeah, of course I love my dad.
What the hell- what'd I
Why
do?
would I? Dude, I wouldn't do this show if I didn't love my dad. I
Yeah.
love Mario too.
Yeah.
What the hell's that all about?
Yeah.
Jeez,
I
I hated my dad. I wouldn't do this.
Yeah.
I
what the
just
hell's
want to
going on?
give AK a lot of credit, guys. That was no misspellings. That was. I
Good job,
mean,
AK.
let's go, AK.
There you go.
Yeah, you use the
Let's
right
go.
your and everything. Good job.
Yeah, we're proud of you.
Nice.
All right, you ready to pick games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So here's the deal. Last week, dude, I was the best one. It's a goddamn miracle. World
Kiss
fell
my
out for
ass.
Nice.
Texas. I was 8-7. That's not really impressive, but I was 8-7 for the season. I'm 49-58. Josh had his worst week of the year. He was 4-11. He's now 46-61. Okay. Mario 7-8. Mario's now 54-53. This is all, by the way, with the spread. All right, we're doing okay.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. The last few games really hurt us of last week. We're all doing okay. And then after the early games, everything kind of went to us, especially for Josh. Now, here's the bad news for you, Josh, is that your week kind of continued into last night because I texted you guys and said, who are your picks? And Josh, like right away, Vikings. And then I had Vikings at first too until I found out Nakua and Cooper Kupp were playing, and I changed over. So Mario and I had the Rams. So Mario and I are starting the season or this week 1-0. Josh is starting 0-1. Okay.
If we stay on this pace, we go undefeated.
Yeah. That's it.
It's true.
All right, let's start off. Here we go. We're going Jets. Jets are on the road. They're taking on the Patriots. Jets are favored by 7. I'll go first. I'm gonna take the Jets in this one. I think I think May, by the way, looks really good, but I think the Jets know they got to put on a show eventually. You're trading for all of Aaron's friends. I'm going Jets.
I'll go Jets as well. I think the Jets have to come out of this struggle that they've been in for a while. Devontae Adams calling out his team after being there for 3 days is the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I think the Jets pull it together. I think Drake might actually has his first bad game.
Guy's even played a home game and he calls that his team. That's funny
I
as hell.
love that. It's the Jets keep jetting.
Yeah.
I like, dude. I'm zagging.
tough one.
Boys. No, it's not. It's Pats. I'm
Okay.
not gonna trust that piss poor, sad ass organization to cover a touchdown. Kidding me? Give
What do
me
you
the
got?
Pats. Drake
Okay.
May.
Wait,
Drake
go-
May, baby. He's covering that 7.
Okay, you say so. All right, here we go. Mario has the Patriots. All right, next game up on the schedule, it's the Packers. Excuse me, we'll go Bengals. Bengals -2.5. They're at home against the Eagles. God, it seemed like just yesterday the Eagles were a team people used to fear. I tell you what, I'm going to take the Bengals at home. I'll go first in this one again. I'm going Bengals -2.5.
Oh, man, tough one. I'm going to go Bengals as well. I feel like the Bengals are trending up. I've been saying that every week, but I feel like the Bengals are trending up. Their offense looks pretty good. T. Higgins looks really good right now. I got Bengals.
I like Bengals too, and I also like the over in this game a little bit. I think we're gonna get some points in this one. Also, Jalen Carter, by the way,
Yeah.
people need to start talking about him because he's having a hell of a year. I was watching their
Yeah.
game like a couple days ago, and I was like, Jesus criminy, that guy's
Yeah.
beast.
He is. All right, Packers on the road. Packers on the road. They're favored by 4, though, taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. One of you guys want to go first?
Man, I like the Packers. I think Tank Bigsby is actually a lot better running back than ETN, to be honest. I think ETN's not that great. The Jaguars look way better with Bigsby in there, but I still like the Packers. I think the Packers defense is going to create a few turnovers. They scored so many touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence is susceptible to throwing interceptions, so I'll go Green Bay Packers.
Mario?
I'm going Green Bay as well. I will never, ever trust Jacksonville Jaguars to do anything. I still think that team's dead in the water. And I think they're one bad loss away from a coaching fire.
I know. I thought they'd make a change already. I'm going Packers as well. Interesting game. Lions at home. I know the Lions are one of those organizations you wouldn't expect them to overlook an opponent. It's a lot of points, especially in the NFL. It's the Lions favored by 12.5 hosting the Titans. Mario, you go first. I'm kind of curious. My guess is you're going to pick Titans because you think 12.5 is too much for an NFL game.
It'd be too much for anyone else that wasn't tanking. I actually like the Lions in this. I think Dan Campbell really wants his team still rolling, and he's look at his speech that ended last year. I'm talking all narrative right now, no facts. Sorry guys, but look at the speech last year when he's like, it's going to get even harder. I think that team's really embraced this, and they're rocking and rolling right now. Jared Goff's playing like an MVP, so I think the Lions actually roll them, and I'm going to take the points.
I'm gonna go Titans, dude. I feel like 12 seems like such a huge number for a Titans defense that sometimes is not that bad. I'm gonna go Titans to cover.
Man, it's a tough one. It seems like a lot, and they're missing guys, right? They're missing guys that they counted on at the beginning of the year from either injury or suspension. This is a really tough one to me. I thought the Titans number was too big last week when they played the Bills, but the Bills covered against them. You know what? Hell with it. I'm gonna go Titans on this one again. I'm gonna go Titans just because I think there are guys that will say they gave up on the season, and there are guys on that field in that locker room. They're gonna go. You know what? We're gonna prove there's a reason why we belong on an NFL roster. We're gonna do well. I'll go Titans to cover. Here we go. Falcons favored by 2.5 over the Buccaneers. The Falcons are the road team in this one. I never pick these games right, but the Bucs have so many injuries. I am gonna pick the Falcons.
Falcons. Buccaneers have nobody out there. I think McMillan is their number 1 receiver this week, and he's a guy that was lucky to be the number 3 going into the year. He's their go-to guy. I'm with Dave. Falcons all the way.
I'm with Falcons as well. I know Baker's played really well. Last week he didn't play great, but his turnovers are bad. And I think he's going to turn over the ball. No one to throw, but that's what I mean. He has no one to throw to, and I think Baker's still a guy that I got to make a play. I think sometimes I love that this guy's just, his daughter looks very nice and sweet, but that was the funniest thing of all time. He's just pointing around. All right. No, but give me the Falcons. Sorry about that, fellas.
Are you outside an ice cream shop or something, Josh? What the hell? Where'd all the traffic come from?
Dude, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm outside a just regular store, general store.
Yeah, what are we doing here? Move along. All right.
Yeah.
So, Josh, you have the Falcons. I have the Falcons as well. I don't know, Chris Godwin ever going to play again? What's going on there? His ankle looked like it was in SpongeBob. All right, here we go. Dolphins favored by 2.5. They're taking on the Cardinals. They're at home. I think Tua could be back in this game. I'm going to go Dolphins.
Dolphins, dude. If Tua's back, I just feel like that offense is going to be clicking. They're excited to really have a quarterback that can get in there and score some points with them. Tyreek Hill says, fear no more. I'm going to score touchdowns again. I believe him. I'll go with the Dolphins.
Cardinals plus 4.5. Book it. Book it.
All right.
My ass, that team's coming together. My ass, Tyreek Hill.
Ravens favored by 9.5. They're taking on the Browns. I always laugh when these two teams play each other because I think as Browns fans, as much as you might have hated the Steelers, the Bengals, that team and the Ravens used to be the Browns. They just moved over and changed uniforms. But I think it's a big number right there. I'm curious to know what you guys think. What do you got? You got a different quarterback. You got Jameis Winston. I'm going to go with the Browns.
What do you think, Mario?
I'll go first. I'll go Browns.
Wow. What do you got, Mario?
Wow. He went with the Browns. Let's go. God, I really hate this line. I hate everything about it. And Ravens always bend me over and show me the 50 states. Give me the Browns. As much as I hate to say it. A new offensive play caller this week too. Stefanski gave up play calling, by the way. If you guys didn't see, it's the
Why? He was
the
doing
guy.
so well.
It's I'm blanking on his name. He was the old Bills offensive coordinator that had like the meltdown, like broke the iPad and everything. Do you know what I'm talking about, Josh?
I don't know. Remember the name?
I don't remember the
Struggling.
name either. I can see that video in my head though. Leave it in comments in the chat if you remember who it was.
Does the NFL even care if you break those Microsoft pads or whatever? You know what I mean?
No.
They're sponsored by the league.
Hard out
I mean,
4 more.
literally like they're like pieces of paper in the NFL. They don't care. Go slam it. You know?
Yeah. No, I got Ravens. I mean, I can't make up ground if I pick the same games as you guys. So I'm gonna go Ravens.
I think for me it's a toss up, but I don't know. I had Ravens. I changed over. All right. So next up, it's the Texans Colts. It's always a weird matchup with these teams in the AFC South because it seems like anyone could beat anyone at any time. The Texans are at home. They're favored by 5. I'll take the Texans at home.
Thanks. What do you think, Josh?
Texans. I think Texans, man. I think Texans second best team in the AFC, to be honest. Go Texans.
Texans.
Third best. Ravens are better. Texans are good though.
I'm gonna close my eyes and take the Texans.
Okay. Surprised on that one. Bills favored by 3. They're on the road. They're going all the way to Seattle. I tell you what, I'll go first. I'll go Bills. I'll take the Bills. I don't know what direction Seattle's going. I can't figure them out.
Yeah, the Marshawn Lynch game, right? Bills and Seahawks.
Yeah, no kidding. That's what everybody says.
Yeah, they always call that the Marshawn Lynch game. I'm gonna go Seahawks. Home game's hard to play in Seattle. I'll go Seahawks.
That's what I said until the Giants beat them. Yeah.
I Seahawks are all team confusing. No DK in this game. I'm gonna take the Bills.
Point. Yeah,
Ken Dorsey.
DK's not playing. Yeah, no. Never mind. Switch my pick. Yeah, if DK's not playing, yeah, I'm gonna go Bills.
Okay. There you go.
And Ken Dorsey, by the way, for the Bills freak out. Good call. Thanks, Jaguar.
Is he the one from Miami? The quarterback from Miami?
Yep.
Yeah.
The quarterback from Miami.
Wow. Damn.
Yep. All right. Next up, you got the Caleb Williams homecoming game. Caleb Williams and the Bears going to Washington, D.C. Are you going to this game, Mario?
I am not. Really hard to get a ticket. And getting to that stadium and getting back sucks ass. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Bears are favored by 3 against the Commanders. I'm going to take Commanders.
Is Jaden Daniels playing? I heard he's not going to play.
Game time decision officially today.
Okay.
Caleb Williams. I'm going to go Bears.
You know he wants to play,
I know he wants
right?
to. Yeah,
he wants to prove that he should have been the first quarterback taken. He wants to play.
Ooh. Do you think that's true, Mario? Do you think he should have been?
He's going to win Rookie of the Year.
Not if he stays injured. I don't think so. Because if Bo Nix steadily improves, but hear me out. Bo Nix steadily improves. That second half of the Bears schedule is a gauntlet, and if Caleb can pull together 9 and 8, maybe he takes it. I'm betting the under in this game. Funny enough,
dude, this is kind of weird though. How about every one of those quarterbacks taken in the very beginning have all worked out pretty well? This is not a franchise I think disappointed.
Yeah.
All 4 of them look good. I mean, May has looked much better than I thought.
But we said this about the Trevor Lawrence class. I'm forgetting on the year. I think that was 2001, right? 2001 class. Remember, there was a time when they all looked kind of good. Was it 2000 or 2020? No, 2020 was Burrow. So 2021.
I think it's 2001, 23 years ago.
Oh no, I'm sorry. 2021 class. I did.
You did.
We'll never forget.
It's all right. Hey, 2024 draft's gonna go down as one of the best NFL drafts of all time. It's already shaking out to be a great one.
Insane.
Oh, just curious, Mara, since you brought it up, as much as you laughed at me about saying Bo Nix could play, you ripped the hell out of me. You give me a little bit of credit now? A little bit?
No. 0.
All right.
I don't even give my sister credit for being a good person. You got a long way, pal.
Oh my gosh. So I got Commanders. Who did you guys have? Bears or Commanders?
Chicago.
Okay, Josh has Chicago. What did you say, Mario?
Commanders.
Okay.
I think it pushes.
Okay. I'm counting the pushes wins, by the way, for anyone keeping score at home.
For who?
All right.
Wait, whoa.
If it pushes, it's automatic win for us. We don't.
Oh,
throw
for
that game
everyone?
away.
For everyone. You mean.
For everyone.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
down.
Come on,
Okay.
we need all the help we can get. Look at our record.
Copy.
Josh,
Yeah.
you had Commanders. All right. Next
No,
up,
no,
we
the
have
Bears. The Bears.
He said Bears. He said Bears.
All right, fine.
Idiot.
It's all right. It's all right. Got to move it around. All right. Broncos favored by 7.5. They're at home. They're against the Panthers. Awful game to broadcast. Go ahead.
Oh man, I'm gonna go Panthers. 7.5 seems
Really?
like a lot. Yeah, Bryce
Okay.
Young, I think, shakes back.
Wait, what'd you say that line's at?
7.5. 7.5.
That moved because of all the injuries. It's 11 now.
11.
Yeah, because Deontay's out, Dalton's obviously out, and Thielen's out. So if
Wow.
I'll take the 7.
No, we'll
Wait,
go.
Deontay and Thielen aren't playing.
Yeah, Deontay and Thielen. both
Oh
aren't.
man. All right, Denver.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking.
All right, Denver. Damn,
All right.
man.
Minus 11. Wow, me too.
I know Bryce Young's like, dude, seriously, the one game I get back, I don't have anyone to throw to besides Legette.
Calling Justin Herbert. What do you do? What do you do in these situations?
Yeah. How do you handle this?
All right, minus 9.5. It's the Chiefs taking on the Raiders. The game's in Las Vegas. This Raider team has already quit on Antonio Pierce. It's really bad for the Raiders right now. They say Tom Brady is already hands on. I don't know if he's focused on his broadcasting duties. They say he is going up and down that office and the roster of who's going to be back. Anyone who works for the Raiders right now outside of Mark Davis is a little bit nervous. I say it's the Chiefs still cover this thing. I know the Chiefs aren't a team that puts up a lot of points, but the Raiders, guys, nobody wants to wear the uniform right now. It's tough to be competitive. I'm going Chiefs.
Chiefs. DeAndre Hopkins. I think the Chiefs are obviously so much better. I mean, they're going to cover, right, Mario? They have to cover against the Raiders. They hate each other.
Yeah, Chiefs, Hopkins plays. They're going to break some records. 17-0. Not records, but they'll, be better. 17-0, Chiefs.
All right, here we go. Moving to the Sunday night game of the week. It's the 49ers and Cowboys. One of those games always looks good when you the uniforms and everything. It looks good when you see two teams that are powerhouses, history of the league. 5.5 seems like a lot for the Niners. Cowboys aren't very good. Niners have tons of injuries as well. Not an easy game to pick. I tell you what, I'm going to go Cowboys. That 5.5 seems high to me.
But two completely underperforming teams. I'm going to go.
Screw it.
I'm going Niners.
I'm going 49ers. I'm going Niners. I'm changing my pick. Okay.
Niners too.
Mike Parsons is out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going Niners too, Mario?
Yeah, Kittle and Debo both practiced yesterday. Limited, but they both practiced. So I'm going to take Niners. I think Shanahan's get those boys fired up.
It's funny how many people are pointing the finger at Shanahan. People saying all week long, unless he is a running back, he doesn't call an offensive play.
Yeah,
The guy's supposed to be a genius. And all of a sudden, people are saying he's lost his mind.
Sure.
Monday Night Football. This is always a crazy matchup to me. It's when the Steelers face the Giants. Hey, you have the two families that are related to each other. If you're the grandkids, you're like, well, one way or another, I'm getting some NFL money. It's the Steelers favored by 5.5 over the Giants. Monday Night Football in Pittsburgh.
Steelers
too.
Okay, I got the same thing. I don't know, man. How does that work out? The three of us, man, we love the NFL, and yet if you're part of the Mara family or Rooney family, you're part of the NFL twice. You know what I'm saying? Big time. You're owners. It's freaking nuts.
It's like Game of Thrones. It's like the Targaryens.
Yeah. Unbelievable. It's
I'm
like
blanking on all the other ones.
Stark. It's like what's his face? Taylor Trammell. He already won the World Series. You saw that story? Did you see that story? How he played for both the Dodgers and the Yankees this year. He's already guaranteed the World Champions World Series ring. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, last game. Here we go. The one that everybody cares about. It's the only part of the country people would say this. Chargers favored by 7 over the Saints.
Oh man, 7?
7.
It seems way too much, man. I'm gonna go Saints to cover, Chargers to win.
Okay.
I am in the same boat. I don't know if I can trust this Chargers team to beat them by more than a touchdown. So I'm going to go Chargers win, but Saints cover.
I got the Chargers covering. I wouldn't guarantee it if they didn't. Chargers are going to cover this thing. I know we only average 17 points a game. They're going to cover this thing.
What do we got? Players of the game. What do you guys think? And score.
Derwin James for me for defense, and then for offense. But because he has to get right in this game, and their run game's not the best. JK.
I was going to go JK too. Josh, what do you got?
I'm actually going to go Josh Palmer. I think he's just going to get a ton of targets in this game. And then for Denver.
You broke out.
I broke out.
You're frozen.
My bad. And then
Jeez, what's going on over there?
Josh Palmer.
What was your final score? He doesn't know. Guys, it's amazing. The guy's in the United States. You know what I mean? Outdoors. He sounds like he's working for CNN in Kuwait. I mean, it's freaking ridiculous. You know? Moving all weird.
17-13 Chargers.
17-13.
Ooh, good one.
I got Chargers 17-10. Okay. Chargers 17-10. Khalil Mack is definitely my defensive pick. All right. I think Khalil Mack has a big game. Offensively, I have no idea what to say on this one. I mean, I can't even just throw anybody even random out there right now. I tell you what, for the people at home, we're going DJ Chark because I don't expect him to do anything. Doesn't matter.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, you guys check your out all you want. Probably not going to put a uniform on. Okay.
2013 for my score.
2013. But you said the Chargers win it covers. That's a push.
Yeah, well, you kind of pushes as wins now, so might as well.
All right, good deal. All right, again, are there any comments that we have to get to while we did that?
I like really gotta go. I got like a meeting that's like literally happening like right now.
All right, fine.
Jump to. Sorry.
That's fine. If we missed it, we'll get it back on the next one. Who besides the Chargers, real quick, wins the Super Bowl? I say Ravens. This is from 14.
Yeah, Lions.
Thank you for the $2 super chat.
I'll go Lions too.
Okay. All right, here we go. We got to go. Mari has to go. There's some more important things to do than hang out with all of you.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Can I send y'all a custom Bolt Crew hat? Yes. Please DM us on Twitter. Our Bolt Crew podcast Twitter. Google us, DM us. We'll send you an address and we'll be good to go. Thank you.
All right. Please subscribe to the show. At the same time, we're going to be live right after the Charger show on Sunday. Thanks again for participating. We'll follow your comments on YouTube. For Mario Heron, Josh Pele, I'm Dave Pele. We'll see you in 2 days.